So spring has really arrived here in Finland. You can see here that we've got some crocuses and other little interesting flowers. Look at these little blue beauties here. I think those are lovely. There's another crocus. Those are nice. And if we come down here, look at this stuff. This yellow stuff. There, do you know what that is? That's Euphorbia. It's one of the loveliest plants out in the spring to come up. It was up first. The wife wants a trench, and I've dug a trench. That's all hand dug. It's a terrible job. You've got to have muscles to do stuff like that. It was raining one day and I rented a big, it's like a bobcat. Do you know what it did? It ripped that thing out of the ground. And I had to find out where it was coming from. And there it was there. And it must be some old drainage system. I was just so happy that it wasn't an electric cable. Imagine what happened if I ripped out an electric cable. That would just have been terrible. You can see along here I've dug up this bank and made it at an angle of 45 degrees. And I'm going to be putting stones in there to make a little dwarf reclining wall. Or do I think it's a dwarf retaining wall. I just wonder how many dwarfs it will retain. And this here, believe it or not, is my garlic. Look at it. It's fantastic. It's survived the winter. Just absolutely beautiful. So the new leaves coming up there in the centre. Couldn't ask for more. And here we have Patriot. It's a blueberry. I bought it and it's just beginning to break bud. I bought 2 Patriots, and then one here is this North Country high bush blueberries. And there, I should say they're about, what, 50 centimeters tall at the moment. And when you're buying blueberries, you should always get 2 different species so that they cross-pollinate. So that's why I got the North Country and the Patriot, so they could fertilize one another. These are the African marigolds that I got from Bernard over in the States. I put them out a few days ago and they seem to be surviving. And over here, that there is a special Italian kale with crinkly leaves, and I put in 6 of them. And they seem to have survived overnight as well. More signs of spring. A big daffodil. Can't beat that for goldenness, eh? That beauty. This is bleeding heart. Forms little flowers that just look like hearts. And it's coming up. It's always another sign of spring. And over here, there's some Aquilegia. And some plant that I planted last year. I think I grew them inside, but they didn't do anything. But they're certainly coming up this year. I don't even know what they're called. There seems to be a ton of them round about this place. And next to it, some sorrel. I never thought that this would come up. I just found them in an old pot and I put them down here and they're coming up. So they give salad leaves. You can pluck them and put them into your salads. See that, Jimmy? See that? That's a peony that's coming up there. I've got quite a few of them. There's another little one there. And these round about here are tulips. They're coming up. I covered this in leaves and some dirt, so they're all being hidden underneath it. But there they are, tulips. Do you know what that is? There, looks like a little Venus flytrap with those spiky edges on it. That's some erinium, which has got something like a thistle. I think it's very beautiful. Then over there is the alliums with some red dogwood coming around there. I think this is going to be a nice blue bench, pinky border. There you go. And that's muscari. It's muscari. There's lots of them I put in there. I think I put in 50 bulbs. So they should be popping up little blue things quite soon. That's it. And there is some fresh green leaves coming up on the geum. This is the very old apple tree that I've been trying to prune back because it's just completely out of control. It's very undisciplined. It's got suckers just shooting straight onto there. It's very disobedient. No matter how much I try to discipline it, it just disobeys me. It makes a mess. So it's going to get whacked more. This is my Rosa glauca. It's overwintered very well and it's now putting out buds. And I don't know, it's over 2 meters tall now. There, this is a stem going straight up. It's going to be a beautiful plant. See how tall it is, right up into the air. And just look at the green leaves on this little beauty. I went to Multasormi and bought it. It was a bargain. It was only 11 euros. Couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it. And I'm going to be planting it in the ground here in the backyard. And it comes from Holland. And it's Japanese Larch, which means a Japanese fir or larch. So in the springtime it has all these marvellous green shoots coming out, and then in the autumn it turns a glorious golden yellow colour. So I'm looking forward to that. And here we have some wood anemones. They seem to be spreading. My wife planted a few of these a couple of years ago, and they always come up every year. They're very nice little delicate flowers. I like them a lot. Well, that's about it for the spring garden here in Finland.